Idaho losing farmland. It's become a familiar story. Many developments are growing outward, not upward. A concern for farmers and for a state of people whose economy relies on agriculture. In today's Inside Ag, we look at the rate Idaho is losing farmland and the plans to prevent further loss. It's not just a job, it's a way of life.
We actually first settled in this area, our family did in 1910, so we've been here for a long time.
But for farmers in Idaho, their lives are changing. This summer, the USDA released its 2022 Census of Agriculture. Between 2017 and 2022, 144,000 acres of working land in the Gem State were taken out of production. This includes farmland, ranch land, and timber.
If it's sold off to a developer, it's never going to be production ag again, whether that's for cattle to graze on or whether that's to produce food. That's concerning as well to us as our population increases.
What's a part of the shift? Idaho Farm Bureau Federation President Brian Searle says farmers are grappling with offers from developers to buy them out to make room for more growth in the state.
Being a farmer myself, we're risk takers and we're price takers. So there's no guarantee on what we'll actually receive out of a crop. There's years that we lose money and it's a roller coaster. So all of a sudden the competition comes in that, hey, we'll buy your land and for very high prices.
The 2020 census report shows Idaho was the second fastest growing state in the country.
We're seeing something that we have not seen in the past. For the fact that people are fleeing out of some of the states for various reasons to come to Idaho.
Real estate company Redfin shows the number of homes sold in July in Canyon County is up 40% over the same month last year. In Ada County, more than 21%. The Magic Valley has its share of housing developments, but farmer Rick Bruni says the changes they're seeing look different.
One of the big issues here is solar and wind farms are starting to compete with farmland, and we can't compete with those type of rents.
It's not an easy decision for people to sell their life's work, and it's one that fellow farmers don't fault them for.
If you have a strong offer on the table and you've worked your whole life, you've earned that. So I totally understand if folks want to cash in and retire.
Treasure Valley farmer Miguel Villafana says he's seeing less young people get into the business.
The resources available, the bank loans available, they require a down payment assistance, or the Farm Service Agency requires that you be farming for 3 or more years. So starting out of the gate trying to buy land is extremely difficult.
The USDA reports 50% of Idaho's wheat is exported to foreign markets, and Idaho remains the highest potato producer in the nation.
But I do worry about the long term. Once all the land is developed and it's gone, where's our food going to come from? It's going to have to come from out of state or out of the local area.
We really need to make a stand to protect Idaho farm ground.
Tristan Weiniger, a fifth-generation farmer, is part of an effort to help producers preserve their farmland. Within the last 2 years, the Farmland Preservation Committee drafted a policy, now known as Agricultural Protection Areas. It passed the Idaho legislature this year.
We wanted a voluntary way for farmers to protect themselves, their way of life, and their farm ground from development. That's what it comes down to.
Weiniger says the hope is to add financial incentives, alleviating commodity prices for farmers.
It's going to take several years, but it is a great stepping stone, and we consider it a big win. We really need to do something to save our way of life.
And other states like Utah and New Jersey passed similar policies, but the Preservation Committee is working to make it unique to our state. In the meantime, Villafana encourages farmers and producers to get involved with their local planning and zoning boards.